Now this is grade 7 mathematics, grade 7 algebra, standard algebra, substandard algebraic expressions done. We can now form simple algebraic statements, and we can simplify algebraic expressions. Now this video tests the application of algebraic expressions in real life situation. The video tests the application. It has 5 questions. If you get 5 questions, each question 4 marks. If you get at least 5 marks, if you fail to get at least 5 marks, that is below expectation.
1. A learner visited a local bookstore to buy some stationery. The cost of one notebook is X shillings. The cost of a pencil is 15 shillings less than that of a notebook. A. Form an algebraic expression for the cost of one pencil. 1 mark. B. The learner bought 3 notebooks and 2 pencils. Form and simplify an expression for the total cost of these items. 3 marks. Zainabu has a collection of SH50 notes and SH100 notes in her piggy bank. The number of SH50 notes is twice the number of SH100 notes. Let the number of SH100 notes be n. A. State the number of SH50 notes in terms of n, 1 mark. B. What is the total value, amount, of the SH100 notes? 1 mark. C. Form a simplified algebraic expression for the total amount of money Zainabu has in her piggy bank. 2 marks. 3. 2 integers follow each other, consecutive integers. The smaller integer is represented by n. A. Write an expression for the larger integer. 1 mark. B. If the smaller integer is tripled and then added to the larger integer, form and simplify an expression for the resulting sum. 3 marks. For a farmer has C crates of eggs, where each crate contains 30 eggs. On Monday, he sold 40 eggs. A. Determine the total number of eggs the farmer had at the beginning. 1 mark. B. Form an expression for the number of eggs remaining after the sale. 1 mark. C. The remaining eggs were shared equally among n neighbors. Write an expression for the number of eggs each neighbor received. 2 marks. A bus started its journey with P passengers. At the first stage, 10 passengers alighted and 4 new passengers boarded. At the second stage, the number of passengers on the bus doubled. A. Write and simplify an expression for the number of passengers after the first stage. 2 marks. C. Form a simplified expression for the total number of passengers after the second stage. 2 marks.
Now let's start with the first one. And now visited a local bookstore to buy some stationery. The cost of one notebook is X. One notebook is X shillings. The cost of a pencil. Cost of a pencil is 15 shillings less than that of a notebook, so it's X minus 15. The learner bought 3 notebooks and 2 pencils form and simplify an expression for the total cost of this item. 3 notebooks will be 3 times x, and then you will add because you want the total, and then 2 pencils will be x minus 15. That's the expression. Now we are going to simplify it. That's 3x plus, open the brackets, it's 2x minus 30. Now x are like terms, so 2x plus 3x will be 5x, then minus 30. Now how do we mark this one? 1 mark for the answer, 1 mark for this expression. No, this is a method. 1 mark for this method for expression, 1 mark for expanding, and 1 mark for the answer. So those are 4 marks. I go to the second one. The Zainab has a collection of 50 notes and 100 shillings notes in her piggy bank. The number of 50 shillings notes is twice the number of 100 notes. Let the number of 100 notes be n. Set the number of 50 notes in terms of n. So here, the number of 50 notes is twice the number of 100 notes. So since it's twice, we are going to double. That will be 2n. And then what's the total value of the 100 notes? The total value of the 100 notes, 100 notes be n. So since we have n 100 notes, the total value would be 100 times n. So that will be 100 times n, that's 100n. Now form a simplified algebraic expression for the total amount of money the number has in a piggy bank. So 50 notes, we have 2n 50 notes, and you have n 100 notes, so the total will be 50 times 2n, then 100 times n plus 100 times n. We'll open the bracket, we'll have 100n, and then we add 100n. 100n plus 100n give us 200n. So how do we distribute the marks? 1 mark for the answer, 1 mark for the answer, and here we'll have a mark for the expression, and a mark for the answer, which shows that you have simplified. So 1, 2, 3, 4, those are 4 marks. Now the third one, 2 integers follow each other. It's consecutive integers follow each other, so the smaller integer is represented by n. We know that when integers follow each other, like 1, 2, 3, so their difference is usually +1. So if the smaller is 1, the next one will be n plus 1, so here we will have n plus 1. Then if the smaller integer is tripled and then added to the larger integer, form and simplify the expression. Now the smaller integer is tripled. Tripling is the multiplying by 3, so we are going to triple the smaller integer, that is 3n, and then added to the larger integer, then add it to the larger integer, so we are going to have 3n plus n plus 1. So 3n plus n are like terms, so 3n plus n, you're going to have 4n and then plus 1. I'm going to distribute the marks. 1 mark here for the answer, a mark here for the expression, forming the expression, a mark here for expanding, and this one is for simplification. So 1, 2, 3, 4 marks. Number 4, a farmer has 6 crates of eggs, where each crate contains 30 eggs. On Monday he sold 40 eggs. So determine the total number of eggs the farmer had at the beginning. At the beginning he had 6 crates and each contained 30 eggs, so that is 30 times C. Found expression for the number of eggs remaining after the sale, 30C, and then he sold 40, so it's 30C minus 40. The remaining eggs were shared equally among n neighbors. Write an expression for the number of eggs each neighbor received. So the remaining were 30C minus 40, and they were shared among n neighbors. So that will be 30C minus 40 into brackets here, and then you divide by n. 30C minus 40 divided by n. How do we distribute the marks? 1 mark for your answer. 1 mark for your answer. Here, just the intention of dividing. And here is 1 mark. So 1, 2, 3, those are 4 marks. And the last one, a bus started this journey with B passengers. At the first stage, 10 passengers alighted and 40 passengers boarded. At the second stage, the number of passengers in the bus doubled. Write and simplify an expression for the number of passengers after the first stage. The first stage, we start with B passengers. B passengers. B passengers, and then at the first stage 10 passengers alighted. 10 passengers alighted. When the 10 passengers alighted, we subtract those that have alighted, and then 4 new passengers boarded. Those who are boarded, we add them, so we had 4. That's the expression. And now let's simplify the expression. That will be P minus negative 10 plus 4 is negative 6. So P minus 6 is the simplified one. For C, form for the expression for the total number of passengers after the second stage. So after the second stage, at the second stage, the number of passengers on the bus double. The number double. So when the number double, we're going to multiply by 2 because they have double. So our number from the first stage was P minus 6, and then at the second stage is going to double, so we're going to multiply by 2. And then when you multiply by 2, we're going to open the brackets. That will be 2P minus 12. 2P minus 12. So how are we going to distribute our mark? This is one mark for forming the expression, and this is an answer for simplification. Here we'll have 1 mark here for doubling. Doubling, that's a simplified expression, and answer for the simplified expression. This was just for expression, and this was simplified expression. So 1, 2, 3, 4, you'll have your 4 marks here. So we're done. Yeah, you're done.